Yes, yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. For the very first time, since Kalonzo Musyoka tabled some fresh demands on Raila Amolo Odinga for fresh negotiations, Raila Odinga today answered Kalonzo Musyoka. You know, for quite some times, Raila has been avoiding that topic. He has been talking to Kalonzo through maybe proxies. But today, Raila answered Kalonzo directly. And from Raila's response, Raila is telling Kalonzo cleverly. If you listen to Raila keenly, he's telling Kalonzo that Kalonzo is free to go it alone as Kalonzo or to join William Ruto because the train has left the station. So it's up to Kalonzo Musyoka to board the train or to leave it. So in this video, I want us to listen to Raila Amolo Odinga. After which, as usual here, we are going to dissect that to see exactly what it means politically. Listen into this.
Ni kwamba kinara wa ODM Raila Odinga amesema hatamlazimisha yoyote kumuunga mkono katika juhudi zake za kuingia ikulu mwaka huu. Akirejelea swala la kiongozi wa Wiper Kalonzo Musyoka kujiunga naye, Raila aliyezungumza alipopokea wawakilishi wadi 28 kutoka kaunti ya Murang'a, alisema muungano wa OKA una uhuru wa kumuunga mkono au la katika juhudi za kutafuta muungano wa kisiasa. Wakati huo Raila alisema hatazungumza na yoyote kuhusu atakayekuwa mgombea mwenza wake katika kinyang'anyiro cha ikulu mwaka huu. Mwanahabari wetu Emmanuel To na taarifa zaidi.
Imekuwa ni siku nyingine tena ya mikakati ya kinara wa ODM Raila Odinga kukwea mlima Kenya na kutafuta uungwaji mkono zaidi. Raila akiendeleza nyakuo ya muungano wa Azimio la Umoja, wakilishi wadi 28 kutoka kaunti ya Murang'a wakibadilisha mitabendi na kuingia katika muungano huo.
And with us here, because we have seen some misinformation, we have representation of 28 MCAs out of the 53 that make Murang'a County, which clearly shows that the majority of our MCAs support handshake and they support His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga for presidency.
These members has confirmed that they are behind the Azimio and the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and they have agreed unanimously to go to mashinani to sell the agenda and to campaign for that.
Na huku mdahalo kuhusu mustakabali wa muungano wa One Kenya Alliance wa kujiunga na muungano wa Azimio ukiendelea, kinara wa ODM Raila Odinga aliamua kulizamia swala hilo, akisema itakuwa ni hiari ya yeyote kujiunga na msafara wake.
We will deal with those who come to us. We will not force anybody or coerce anybody to come to Azimio. Azimio is basically a movement of the willing. Those who want to come to Azimio are free to come. On that day, of course, there's going to be a program going to be issued by the Secretariat. I think the most important thing you need to pick is that it's a coalition of the willing. Those who want to join the coalition. As you know, tomorrow the 5th is in Samburu, Wednesday is in Wajir, Thursday is in Meru, Friday is in Kisumu. Then we come on Saturday and go to the Kasarani, then we go to Jacaranda.
Kumezuka madai kadhaa hivi karibuni kuhusu uwezekano wa kiongozi wa Wiper Kalonzo Musyoka pamoja na mwenyekiti wa KANU Gideon Moi kujiunga na mrengo wa Azimio la Umoja. Raila aliandaa taarifa yake baada ya mkutano wa faragha wa masaa kadhaa na wakilishi wadi hao. Aidha alipuuza tetesi za hivi karibuni kwamba atamteua mwanasiasa Peter Kenneth kuwa mgombea mwenza katika makabiliano ya ikulu. Wakilishi wadi waliopokelewa katika kambi ya Azimio sasa wamekanusha madai kwamba walikuwa wamehamia upande wa naibu rais William Ruto.
We are wondering the other side when they are talking about the bottom up. Whoever was fighting for the bottom up properly was Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. He was giving the MCAs through the BBI some money. That is it. So we say that we are behind Mheshimiwa and you know we are going to fight this battle together.
Raila sasa anatarajiwa kutua eneo la Samburu na Maralal kesho kwa kampeni zake za ikulu.
Yes. Looking at Raila's body language, Raila is very confident. And I know he's confident because he knows he has put in place measures to counter Kalonzo Musyoka? Should Kalonzo go it alone or should Kalonzo join William Ruto? And from where I sit, Raila already, after the Uhuru Park swearing in, Raila already knew it would be very hard for him to work with these leaders. So Raila has been putting in place measures to make sure he counters these leaders, or rather to neutralize these leaders. When Musalia Mudavadi was joining William Ruto, Musalia thought that he was going to walk away with the Mulembe vote to William Ruto, only to realize later that actually the Mulembe vote remained with Raila Amolo Odinga. And in the case of Kalonzo Musyoka, something tells me that Raila Amolo Odinga has put in place measures to make sure that should he lose the votes Kalonzo gave him in 2017, then he can replace them with votes from other places. And this is how. In 2017, slightly over 1 million votes were cast in the 3 Ukambani counties. And out of these slightly 1 million votes that were cast in the 3 Ukambani counties, Raila got slightly over 800,000 votes. I'm talking of people who went to the ballot to cast votes. So you can see clearly that in the absence of Kalonzo Musyoka, we can assume that he's going to walk away with that 800,000 votes, which I know he won't be able to walk with the entire votes the entire 800,000 votes. So you can see that Raila Amolo Odinga plans to replace these 800,000 votes by votes from the mountain. In 2017, the Gema counties gave Uhuru Kenyatta about 4 million votes. Yes, 4 million votes. So Raila has factored that if only can manage to get 30% of that 4 million votes, then he shall have neutralized the 800,000 votes of Kalonzo Musyoka. You know, 30% of 4 million votes, that's likely 1.2 million votes. So you can see that Raila Amolo Odinga will still be left by about 400,000 votes after neutralizing the 800,000 votes of Kalonzo Musyoka. And from the recent opinion polls that are being done on the mountain, Raila is likely going to perform better than even the 30%. Raila is going to get more than that. So with Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila has also been putting in place measures to make sure he neutralizes Kalonzo in Ukambani. And that's now how Raila has been using the 3 Ukambani governors. And from where I sit, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 Ukambani governors, in my considered opinion, they are going to make sure they actually injure Kalonzo politically in Ukambani, assuming Kalonzo goes it alone or Kalonzo joins William Ruto. We are going to see some good votes from Ukambani even voting for Raila Amolo Odinga, because these 3 Ukambani governors will be able to successfully convince their people that most likely is Raila Amolo Odinga who is going to form the next government. And these Ukambani people, they have been in opposition for now over 10 years. And I know they will buy that argument or have that idea. And you might find Kalonzo, shockingly, maybe going it alone with half of the Kamba vote, or even joining William Ruto with only half of the Kamba vote. So that is also something that Kalonzo Musyoka has actually to factor in. He has to be very, very smart when actually making a political move. And now that Raila is daring Kalonzo Musyoka to board the train or to leave it, I tend to believe that also has the potential of actually making Kalonzo Musyoka actually now to humbly come to the negotiating table. Because now, for some weeks now, or rather some days now, local media might have hyped Kalonzo Musyoka, and that hyping might have gotten into Kalonzo's head into thinking that is now the person to decide who is going to become the president. But from where I sit, I tend to believe that's far-fetched. As it is today, Kalonzo Musyoka, in my considered opinion, is not the kingmaker. Kalonzo has to identify with the winning side to be part of the government. But if he chooses the losing side, Kalonzo Musyoka will also be a loser in that side. So I strongly believe that Raila's response to Kalonzo today has the potential of actually removing that kind of hype from Kalonzo's head. Kalonzo is now just going to come to the reality that Raila or Azimio might actually win with or without me. And that can humble Kalonzo to the negotiating table. And we can just find Kalonzo Musyoka in the coming days sealing a deal with Azimio. That's what we call some kind of a reverse psychology. Raila is just trying to play some kind of reverse psychology on Kalonzo Musyoka. And from where I see it, that's a very powerful tool. And also, if you look at Raila's campaign tours of Ukambani some 2 days ago, about 2 days ago, Raila Molo Odinga attracted very strong aspirants. In fact, some aspirants, very strong ones, the likes of Mr. Wata, I think Mr. Whiter, the one who just resigned recently as the CAS, and is now planning on contesting for Machakos gubernatorial seat. We have the likes of former Water Minister Mutua Katuku, such kind of aspirants. All those are leaders who are currently supporting and campaigning for Raila Molo Odinga in Ukambani. And then if you can add with the 3 Ukambani governors and some strong aspirants, then from where I see it, Kalonzo Musyoka might actually find himself walking a very tightrope in Ukambani in case he does not make the right political move. So you can see Raila is not leaving anything to chance in Ukambani. As much as Raila Molo Odinga knows, he has votes from somewhere to neutralize the Ukambani votes. Raila is also doing all he can in Ukambani to make sure he also walks away with some good Ukambani votes. And then likely if you look across the country, there are some areas that never voted for Raila Molo Odinga all that much in 2013 and also in 2017. If you look at a place like Kisii, in 2017 it was almost a 50-50 kind of a situation between Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta. But as I talk right away, or rather right now, it's almost certain that Raila will walk away with a whopping majority of votes from Kisii than actually did in 2017. So you can now see other votes coming in. And then look at Northeastern. There is a strong euphoria, or rather a strong wind, blowing towards Raila Molo Odinga, something that was not there in 2017 election. So you can now see Raila is actually topping up votes. Go to Masailand. Go to Masailand, Kajiado and Narok. You can now see that Raila can perform even better in Kajiado and Narok than actually did in 2017. Simply because the Masai vote is still intact behind Raila Molo Odinga as it was in 2013 and 2017. And then the Gema vote in Kajiado and Narok is now split. Half is going with Raila Molo Odinga, half is maybe going with William Ruto. So again, there Raila is going to perform better than actually he did in 2013 and in 2017. And then largely at the coast is still intact. Nairobi is still intact. So you can see largely that Raila is actually gaining across the country, and that will easily neutralize Kalonzo Musyoka in the event Kalonzo walks away or joins William Ruto. And then with William Ruto ought to have retained the votes Uhuru got across the country. But largely across the country, we are seeing William Ruto losing votes. He is losing in Masailand, he is losing in Kisii, he is losing in Northeastern, and also he is losing in the Gema Nation. So largely from where I see it, Raila Molo Odinga, whether Kalonzo joins Ruto or not, Raila Molo Odinga will easily win this year's election. And that's largely something I've actually been saying in this YouTube channel. I've not started it today. That's exactly what I've been actually saying. And I've been doing an analysis based on 2017 election results. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.